What's good, everyone, and welcome to our round 4 review for Supercoach. Now, this round was definitely a weird round, a round of some highs and a round of definitely some lows. And now, with a score of 1881, only in the top 24%, we see ourselves go down even further, down to 12,000, which is not where I wanted to see myself right now. But all things considering, force movement wise and money on the bench, I believe that, yeah, we're in a good position to make some good moves this week to prime ourselves for the end of the season. So, season rank takes a hit, but for our team, I think is going to benefit from these couple of rounds where we have that money sitting on the bench. And I'm going to go into why I think that is the case. Now, it's a beautiful Easter Monday night. Just got done with it was happened a while ago, but Geelong versus Hawks on Easter Monday. Yeah, Hawks by 1 point was probably the best game of this season so far. But let's go into our picks and what's happened. We had most players playing this week, which gave us the best opportunity to have a high score. And some blokes back that up. Some others I've got some questions to ask with. So to start off, I have put Sinclair on for the Jai Sarong score of 126, which is absolutely crazy that he scored 126. His cash generation is absolutely through the roof after that game. But with the way that West Coast played and Sydney just absolutely pummeled them, Sarong was bound to get at least 100 just by the scores that the Swans were putting out. So 126, you take that. That's in his price hike for a while. So definitely hold him. That's for sure. So Sinclair did not play. Used him as my loop to get the Jai Sarong score. Good out. Dan Houston, 101. Could have been bigger. He got a little bit more of the ball this game. Looks like they were trying to feed that ball. So I think that with Moore and Howe in the side, he does suffer a little bit. Moore was out, which allowed Houston to get a little bit more of the ball, which is beautiful for us. So hopefully he is a long-term plan, but I'm worried that when they both come back, that he's going to, definitely mellow the scores back to that 70 region as he scored last week. Kitty Coleman, 113. I'm so glad I held on to this bloke. He has been nothing but good since I decided to hold on to him. And I'm probably going to persevere with him for a while because 200 scores in a row, his price is going to go way up there. Definitely a great pick. One of the more proud picks I am for this year so far because there's a couple others I'm definitely disappointed with. We got Grill here with a 90. Played well against Port. Was one of the only blokes out there that looked like he was trying to will his team to do anything because it was an awful game. But 90, that's a great score for his price range as well. He's definitely rising really quickly. Jack's 67. A little bit disappointing. I thought that he would score a little bit better just with the matchup and how much bowl was going back there still because Essendon were actually competitive in the second half. So 67 is nothing to complain about, but I thought it could be a little bit bigger. Lindsay, 46 is definitely disappointing, but we know what happened to West Coast, so nothing to dwell over too much. And then Windsor, 56 is probably one of my favorite picks of the season so far. Yeah, he's just not cutting it at defense right now, 56, and that's been his general range. Melbourne had the grain against Suns, it was, and he still didn't play that great. I think he's got one of the highest touches to non-Supercoach points of any player. He does get the touches, and he just doesn't have high efficiency or contested touches, so his scores are never really high. So I think that is a pick to move on. Definitely not at the top of my priority list to move on, but he's going to be moved on eventually. And now we go to our midfield, which is the saving grace of my score this week. Marcus Bontempelli, 153. He could have gone way massive compared to this. He had 94 at halftime. I was thinking double ton at some point, but 153 is, you can't complain whatsoever. And I'm so glad I put him as the captain. I was this close to putting the captain on English. And, oh my God, of course I went with English instead of Gawn. When Gawn scores 165, whatever he did, and English gets injured and is out for at least 3 weeks, as looking at. He's got an MCL injury, so, yeah, it's disappointing. And it's another force change that I've had to make, but sometimes it's just the luck of Supercoach, and you have to just deal with it. Hey, Dacos is one of those as well. Late out due to a corky, could not get up for the game, which really put me in a bit of strife. I lost my league matchup because of Dacos being out, so it is what it is. But what can you do? I had Watkins score to pick up Dacos's non-playing, which is brilliant. Watkins with a big old 7, where he is still gone up in price because of his so below break even. But I'm not sure that Port persists with him this week going to St Kilda. I don't think the performance he put up warrants another spot. So he might be moved on this week. Depends on the money and what moves I'm looking to make. Butters, 114. Had a slow first half. Came good in the second half, and we were Port to, get over the line. Zach Merritt also had a crap first half and then came good when Essendon got competitive in the second half, 116. He's been one of the more serviceable players of recent years, so that's why I went to go for Merritt, because I know he's going to put up around 100 every week. Parrish, I elected to hold. I knew the score was going to be around this region. We're looking to move him this week, so with my plan, Ash coming off his bye, I've got a plan, and I'll probably show it in this video, even though I've got a final trades video later in the week. Parrish is to be moved. Bruin, 92. This is what I usually think he would score, 92 compared to his 40. So last week, he is, definitely probably going to be the bottom of the midfield list for a long time. He's definitely not my top priority to move on. Jagger Smith, 70, also fine. You don't look too much to it. He had lots of touches, but low efficiency, so not a great score. Ramirez, 56 is his loss so far, I believe. It's okay as well. He's still making money because he is, had really big scores recently. And then on the bench, we got Oliver and Murdoch that didn't play. Murdoch hopefully comes back into the side this week. I'm not sure how severe the hamstring injury was, but we can hope and pray. And Watkins 7 is absolutely insane. He's absolutely stunted any growth he had. And that 7's down his price tag, which means his break even is going to be around that region where he's not going to make any money from maybe a 30-odd score. I haven't looked at any of the break-evens, but I will do later in the week when I do my final trades video. Rux, Jackson, very serviceable. Can't complain about any of the scores that Jackson's put up so far. Against McAndrew, I think he could have scored a little bit better, but he did also have to deal with the Riley O'Brien-McAndrew duo, which probably was a little bit taxing for him. But God, how bad was Riley O'Brien? I do feel for Crows fans, but at least they have McAndrew down at the bottom in their flex, 123. Who would have thought that McAndrew has his largest score when Riley O'Brien comes into the side? I didn't, that's for sure. But I'm so happy that I did hold him. And we're going to hold him for a little bit longer with that, 123 in his cycle. He's got some money to make from here. And then Tim English, just out of luck. I'm so insanely upset with myself that I didn't go with Gawn. I went completely match opposition oriented for this week with English going up against Blackiston. I thought that he would put up something massive, and he wasn't doing anything super big, but he was being serviceable enough for me to be content. But after seeing Gawn's 165 against Wits, who he usually struggles against, it really made me a little bit upset that I didn't go with Gawn. But that's something you can't predict. I went really matchup related, and I failed. And that's the Supercoach life, hey? That's what you got to deal with, and we're going to have to move him on this week. Probably 2 Gawn from old Rucks available. Forward line, Sheasel, 97. Was expecting something a little bit bigger than just 97 against Carlton, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. He's had a good run. 97 is, I think, his lowest score of the year. Had a really big goal at the end of the match to kind of save him score a little bit. Can't complain. Budrick, 72. He looks like he's going to be that 72 scorer for the whole year. Sharing everything with Dale, which is a little bit of a, how you go on, but he will be moved on later on, but definitely not high priority right now, as I've got the amount of money I do. Cook, 60, was composed out there, but didn't find a lot of it. Only had around 11 touches. He's fine for his price. Berry is definitely a failed pick. God, I thought he'd back up his last week. What did he score? Like 20 something with something massive. He had the opportunity and he put out a 37. So he will still gain money as he has there, but he is also going to be moved this week. It's just something I'm not going to persist with, especially coming up against St Kilda. And Port's fixture just gets harder from here. So Moving him onto Lombard 56, fine. Yeah, small forwards, you're going to get around that region, even lower sometimes. Todd Marshall did not play, so that was a bit of a disappointment, but I'm hoping he comes back this week. He was dealing with an ankle issue, so yeah, we hope he comes back this week. I've held the whole time, so I'm not looking to move him now anytime soon. And then McAndrew, 123, absolutely brilliant. You can't ask for more than what McAndrew's put out, and I hope that, yeah, the Crows have realised that McAndrew is the future. Riley O'Brien, go back to the twos for a little bit, buddy. But yeah, that's the scores this week. We got 1-8-8-1, which is definitely not on the high end, especially looking at the scores in my league. But it wasn't to the point where I was like, oh no, we've got some issues here. Now, I'm probably going to look at moving Parish this week immediately to, I don't know, someone. Yeah, it's something to look at in the future, couple days. But I'll go into that one. Let's just for now swap our buy people on to the field. So that'd be Oliver. I elected to go Windsor on the bench instead of, and I've put Jackson on the field because I thought he might have a bigger score. He did indeed, but not by much. So who knows? I'm not sure if Watkins gets a game this week. Flanders comes on for Marshall, presuming Marshall doesn't play, and Robertson comes back from his week suspension, so he comes on. So if we're looking for moves this week, what it's probably going to look like is Parish, Team English, and potentially even a boost being used to get rid of Berry as well, to kind of use that money they've got sitting on the bench, because it's been sitting on there for too long. And yeah, I'm losing points with that money sitting on there. I've not done Supercoach like this ever before, and I think I am suffering. I'm 1-3 or 1-2 in my league matchups, so I'm definitely suffering from holding that money on the bench. So for now, looking to potentially use a boost, but that will be in my later on video in the week. So I hope everyone else's round went better than mine when it comes to injuries and forced changes. That's, I reckon, 5 forced changes for the season so far. Absolutely cruel, Supercoach is, and we are using more trades than we ever have in the most recent years. So hopefully everything can mellow a little bit and we can work from where we've got right now. So that's that, I guess, for now. Thanks for tuning in, and look forward to our next video in the week where we do our finals trades, and captains should be uploaded around Thursday afternoon, Wednesday night. Depends where I'm gonna get to filming it and when I'm available. This one I'm looking to upload potentially Tuesday afternoon, edit it Monday night. So who knows what happens, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for any support. Leave any tips, comments as usual in the comments below. And yeah, any video ideas, I do have some footy stars coming up. They're in the mail right now, so looking to open up some footy stars. It's always great to open up footy stars. I do it every single year for my channel. And yeah, continue our port reviews and previews as well. And if there's anything else you want to know or want to see, just let me know. I'm looking to upload some more content, more variants, because well, I love doing it. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace out.